Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dean, and this is our nightly report for Thursday, March 16th, 2017. A couple quick notes. I'm leaving for the Bahamas on Saturday. I will be gone until Tuesday, so there's not going to be any reports on Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday night, depending on what time I get in. My flight leaves at 3, but no guarantees, and then everything is back to normal on Wednesday. So that's pretty much it. I am going to go over what took place today, and that's not really a whole lot. We're still trading within this large bearish rising wedge. You can see we broke through it. That happens every once in a while. But let's just zoom in on things because we're still very, very overextended. So nothing has really changed on what's going on right now. And then once really this completes, I'm anticipating that we're going to get that larger drop. I was hoping it was going to start yesterday. Obviously, it didn't, but we saw the bulls try to add to yesterday's gains, and then we saw some selling come in. So this is where things get a little bit interesting. Is that right now I have it 1 2, and then I was had this as 3 4, and we possibly could have had the 5 in place, and I was saying that is the risk for the bulls is that with the fives in place and we're heading lower. But what I also had was an alternate count, and what that is the where this was just a wave 3 here, we came down, made a wave 4, and now we're going to make a wave 5. But it doesn't really matter because if it's going to go up, say, to these levels here, the next move is still going to be to the downside. So this is the alt 5. Now, this is where things get really interesting is, this is putting this, that 5, this is this right here. So I'm going to look, and this is what this looks like right here is that 5. So the way that this could actually be is that you have two options. One is this was the wave 4, and now we're going to make that wave 5 up. That would be the alternate count. The other way to look at it is that we made a wave 1 or an A. From here, we just made an A, B, C, and this is a wave 2 or a B. So what it does, it just leaves the door open that this was just a retracement before the larger drop is going to take place. Now, there was a lot of little bit, say, bearishness that was down here, and now there's all bullishness. Everybody's looking up, everybody's telling you to buy the dips. So this move right here went right to the 78% retracement level, even a little bit below it. So this is pretty common for the wave 2s or wave Bs on it. It got everybody bullish again. All the shorts got washed out on it. So if they were going to head down, it would be a prime opportunity to trap a lot of people because everybody's going to be buying the dips. So it's does it mean that that's exactly what's going to play out? I don't know because it just looks like it's some consolidation. But the thing is, they could have taken the S&P higher. There really wasn't a whole lot of selling pressure in the morning, but yet they elected not to go up and close this gap here and then head down, and we saw selling, and then we saw some bouncing around. And the one thing that, again, that I think is just so amazing is this is the volatility index, and this is the short term, the VXX. So we have the S&P that was down 4. This was down 2%. So again, there's no. I showed you that the chart yesterday with the VIX and the put call ratio and the VXX. There's still no protection that's in there. So everybody that is bought up here, everybody that bought here, there is zero protection to the downside, and that's making me like I was being forced to leave the door open for this was just a wave 4 and we were going to make a wave 5. All that information that I just passed on is leaving the door open for this was just a wave 2 and now we're coming down. So at this particular stage, I think we have there's a 50-50 shot of going up here or coming down here. I think it will catch a lot of people by surprise if we come down here, and if we take out these previous lows, there's going to be panic, and most likely that's when we're going to start seeing a move someplace down into these levels. But again, we haven't broke any major support levels, and today, even though it was down, only 4, there was a lot more selling going on than there was buying. So I would, just go into leaving the door open that they still have that wave 5 to complete it here. But if we start breaking down and let's say we go below this gap right here or this support level at the 2376, then there's a chance that there's a higher odds that we're actually coming down and making a wave three or a wave C. So it's tough to say. I don't like to be on the fence with things, but unfortunately, this is where we are because I don't want to say, okay, well, we're going up and making that wave five, have some people close shorts or buy into it, and then from there, it was only a wave two and people just bought or closed their shorts right before the larger wave three to the downside. And if this is going to be the pattern, it's not going to be like this where it walks down. It's going to be a straight down move because everybody's either long the market and all the shorts are out of the market. So this would really catch everybody by surprise. And what I'd mentioned in the trading room was, if they're going to pull any kind of evil plan, that would pretty much be it. Because like I said, the bounce yesterday, which a lot of people are scratching their heads for what was actually bullish about what she said, the Fed, and the run up, nobody really knows what the heck that was all about or why. And there's some reports coming out with from Goldman Sachs and I think UBS or something saying that the Fed didn't want that reaction. They wanted the markets to move down because that's really the only inflationary pressure that they have right now is the stock market. So it's going to be interesting. I wish I had my magic eight ball to tell me exactly which way we're going to go short term. But what I do know is that whether they are going to try higher, I'm going to repeat this thing over and over again. I would be very careful buying into it, and I still believe that the larger move is going to be coming to the downside, whether they need to make new highs or not. So, with that, until next Wednesday or Tuesday night, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys when I get back.